Good day to you all. This is Mike here on my Nintendo 64, and recently we was invited to a virtual press tour by NIS America or NIS America to see their 2022 lineup for the Nintendo Switch. Now, 6 games were shown at the event, 4 of which are coming to the Nintendo Switch. The other 2 are actually already on Switch but are coming to other platforms. The first one that was shown is actually already out. It is Prinny Presents NIS Classics Volume 2, and that's coming to Nintendo Switch and PC, or rather it is already out now on Nintendo Switch and PC. It is retailed at around $59.99, $39.99, so $59.99 retail and $39.99 digitally, so if you get that from the eShop. And that's the same if it is in the US or Euros. They are only one-player games, okay, and the 2 games are Makai Kingdom and ZHP. Makai Kingdom is an RPG, and ZHP is a roguelike. It's been rated teen for ESRB, PEGI 12, and USK 6. The developer is Nippon Ichi Software, and the in-game audio is in English and Japanese, with in-game text in English. Now to read a little bit of information about the games itself, so the details. It says, back after 10 plus years, dude. Experience 2 action-packed RPGs 10 years after the original releases on Nintendo Switch for the first time. Zeta, but beta. Conquer your enemies with magic and weapons and dive into beta mode, coming to the West for the first time for a whole new story. Build a ranger. Create your own custom character, establish a base, and fight your way through randomly generated maps and become a hero. So that is basically the general read-up for the NIS Classics Volume 2. Moving on to the other game that was shown, and that is coming out in July, and this is Eurokill, the Calumniation Games. I do hope I'm pronouncing that right. Eurokill, the Calumniation Games. This is releasing on July 5th in North America and July 8th for Europe and Australia and New Zealand. The SRP for this is $49.99 retail in the US and $39.99 digitally, and for Europe also $49.99 retail, $39.99 digitally. Another one-player game. The genre is adventure and shoot 'em up. It's been rated teen by the ESRB, PEGI 12 and USK 12. Now it's actually developed by Izanagi Games. The in-game audio is Japanese, but it does feature English, French, German, Japanese, Chinese and Korean text. Now, as for the details of the game, it is a story shrouded in mystery. Dive into an intriguing story from Homura Kawamoto, Kakeguru and Hikaru Muno. Shmup with pedigree, intense shoot 'em up gameplay courtesy of developer G-Rev, and online leaderboards see how you rank against players around the world. Moving on to the more upcoming titles for 2022, these are also coming to Nintendo Switch, and that is the Prinny Presents NIS Classics Volume 3. That's coming to Nintendo Switch and PC, and that includes La Pucelle Ragnarok and Rhapsody, a musical adventure. This is releasing on August 30th for North America, September 2nd for Europe, and September 9th for Australia and New Zealand. The SRP for it is $59.99 retail and $39.99 digitally for the US, and the same for Europe as well, $59.99 retail and $39.99 digital. It's a one-player game again. The genres are strategy RPG. The ratings have not yet been given for the game, but it's been developed by Nippon Ichi Software. It features English and Japanese audio with English text. So as for the details of these games, it's overflowing with new content. Le Pucelle is back with tons of new content, including the Overlord Prior scenario. You can also recruit Lahao, Edna, Fionn, and Prinny to join your adventures. Extra DLC characters such as Rosalind, Cornet, Hero Prinny, and Ellie are included as well. In addition to quality of life changes to the flow of the game, such as skipping cutscenes and rotating the camera during battle. There are also more voice lines, more music, and a new quick travel feature, Where It All Began. The return of the original Rhapsody strategy RPG from the PS1 now has sharper graphics and image optimization options to mimic CRT. Exclusives included the physical Nintendo Switch release includes both a soundtrack and an art book. And of course, the last game that was shown during the event was The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero. That's coming to Nintendo Switch, PS4 and PC. Releases on September 27th for North America, September 30th for EU, and October 7th for Australia and New Zealand. It's going to retail for $49.99 physically and $39.99 digitally, and in the EU, same as again, $49.99 and $39.99. Players, well, it's only a one-player game. It's an RPG. This has been rated, so it is ESRB teen, PEGI 18, provisional for the moment, USK, RP, and ACB AM. The developer is Nihon Falcom. It's going to feature in-game audio is Japanese and the in-game text is in English. And as for details on the game, it says, "Welcome to Crossbell. The story of the SSS comes to the West for the first time. Discover the origins of Lloyd and his allies while further fleshing out the world of Trails. A scenic city with enhanced visuals and HD textures. The city-state of Crossbell has never looked better. Your story, your way. High-speed mode lets you cruise through the city at your preferred pace, blaze through battles, or savour the story. You decide." And those were the 4 games. Now, I'm actually quite hyped a few of these games that are coming to the Switch. I really do hope that you guys are, interested in some of these titles yourselves. I mean, obviously you have some kind of interest if you're watching this video in the first place. So if there is a game that of particular interest to you, do please let us know in the comments. And thank you very much for watching. And until next time, keep on gaming.